They need to get back on track. They need to feel that they are actually able to win this game. At the moment, they don't have anything to look back on and say, okay, we didn't do that bad. We can easily get that back. But winning the 9th round would be a good start, but they don't do that. So Gplay will probably stay on the CT side, and that's what they decide to do. So Spacers basically need to get the pistol round to get a few quick rounds and get into this game right now.
I mean, if Gplay can do 15-0 on Inferno,
yeah,
how are they gonna break the defense on Nuke? I mean, that's gonna be really hard. But we haven't seen Gplay play a lot of Nuke, so it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, if they can actually play as good a CT side as they did on Inferno.
Yeah, it also comes down to how well are the teams prepared for Nuke. It's a map that got taken out of the, you know, bigger stage games, being removed in favor of Train. And it might be the case that those teams haven't necessarily prepared too many strategies on the terrorist side. The CT play should be settled down, I think. So the terrorists now open up with a few smokes on the outside. The CTs now have to juggle their players around, but actually there are 4 guys inside radio room right now waiting to execute on ramp, and NKL is under heavy pressure already. Has only 1 HP remaining, but Spy Leader is there to help him out. Together they will shut down the first few terrorists, and Spy Leader with a double headshot onto McNew into just insane how he comes up with those plays. 4v1 situation now, only is alone in the outside area, and he's just waiting for the CTs to get some information, and he actually missed the CT there on the outside, but luckily he didn't get spotted either, so he's allowed to get onto the A bomb, but not too far as Bubble has a bullet with his name on it. 1-0 in favor of Gplay.
Yeah, and there's not much to say in that round. I mean, we talked about the stairs being very important on Nuke, but what we saw was a decoy being thrown from only, I think it was, then 2 smokes to block off vision from the outside area, and then they threw a flash to kind of flash their way through and sell the fake that they were going to be playing stairs. I think they wanted at least to get ramp control, then have the other guy flank inside from the vents, like drop down when the CTs had already dropped, but that doesn't work if you never get that ramp control, and that's the issue. But NKL already taking a headshot through a smoke all the way down to ramp by a pistol, down to 42 HP at Bubble with the auto shotgun. So that's going to be very interesting. That's rare to see in here. He does actually make a bit of work. He does not know that he can't penetrate walls, this gun, but he gets down 1, and Dreamer takes out 1 as well as Victor. Santara's already very low, and only not really much to do. They've got armor, so it's a huge investment, and so far it just hasn't given them anything.
Yeah, well, the terrorists in a save round against those CTs on Nuke, it's always, the odds are basically 110% in favor of the CTs. And if the terrorists get those eco rounds, it quickly turns into a very, very hard situation for the CTs. And Space Soldiers, they tried a few entries on the A-bombs, and now they're swinging back to ramp. And Spy Leader and NKL welcome them with open arms and blazing guns. 2-0 in favor of Gplay. And Space Soldiers need to save up an additional round to get those rifles in their hands. They didn't get a single bomb plan, so the money isn't looking too good for them. And I think the Bulgarian squad can pick up that momentum again. They still have it from the previous map, and Space Soldiers need to figure out how to break the CT's momentum and the economy as soon as they get their own rifles. And they actually need Santaris to step up as well. He has to get those frags.
Did they recently change the shotguns, or am I high? Let's see here. Bobo actually gets 1. Dream also gets 1. He gets flanked around. Victor takes down 1 with a nade, and also an M4 kill. Dreamer takes down 1 with the FAMAS as well. But I mean, Bobo had the auto shotgun. He kept trying to spam through, and I thought that the sawed-off was the only shotgun that was able to actually penetrate walls. I thought that was how they built it. That was one of the advantages of the sawed-off, that having, you know, it having penetration power, but it having a range where after that range you just can't hit anything. You know, it's like the bullets don't even count. And he keeps spamming through, and it seems like it might, but I can't remember when they changed that, if that happened.
Well, or maybe they don't know either. They just tried it because he has the bullets anyway, so why not spend it? Victor now with the first frag in his rifle round coming up. The terrorists already decimated to 4 players, and the CT's in control of the outside. Victor needs to watch out, but he's got Spy Leader to work with, and together they will mop up 3 more frags. Victor with a triple actually, and this is going to be really hard for the terrorists to get into, as Tugux is alone right now against all the CTs, and Spy Leader with a double. Gplay with the 4th round. It looks like they have everything sorted out on Nuke, even though it isn't their map pick.
Yeah, but all it takes really is 1 T round to kind of light the fuse, and if they just, you don't need very many T side rounds. You see a lot of games won with just 3 T rounds as well. The best teams on Nuke are actually the ones that get a lot of T rounds. For example, 3D Max are actually very good at this. There are a couple of teams that are, for some reason, exceptionally good at getting these T rounds. Virtus Pro, another example, they're actually usually pretty good. At least they had a period where they were probably the #1 team on Nuke. But the most successful teams on Nuke are usually the ones that just close down the CT side. And so far, that's what we've been seeing from Gplay. Outside, being locked down by 2 players, the chemistry coming into play. And Victor getting 3 last round and already opening up onto only the T's with only pistols and no armor. So this might get dirty once again. If they run down to NKL and he can get them to line here, this is going to be deadly. NKL, so deadly. Already takes down Shantaras, and NKL playing this perfectly, I'd say. He doesn't really get close. He gets all the frags that he should, and to be honest, the T's, they have no way into any of the bomb sites right now.
Yeah,
there we go. Spy Leader, another kill on the nade, and KL takes down 1, and E1 last man remaining, and he should be going down soon. And there we go.
Awkward spray there for a second by Bubble, but he makes it happen anyway.
That's the nerves again, you know, from Bubble. He seems really nervous.
Maybe, yeah. We have to ask him after the match if he was that nervous or if he just, you know, I will get that frag. Let's just spray 20 bullets because I have them. Just like the shotgun play. 5-0, second rifle round coming up. Space Soldiers with another chance to get into this game. Will Gplay be able to shut them down? They are on a fast A push, and usually those happen to end in favor of the CTs. Quick trades, 2v3 situation evolving now. 2v2, Xantaris puts in the numbers for the terrorists right now. The CTs off guard a little bit. They should have handled that push a little better, and Space Soldiers with a smoke and A main, they can potentially plant the bomb, but it seems like they want to get a few frags before they do that. Tugux gets caught by Dreamer, big play by Dreamer, and Bubble from behind. Gplay with a 6th round, and this is awesome play by them. Even in those pressurous situations, they stay calm. Dreamer with that flash through the smoke. Tugux was not able to turn around back to him and shoot him. And then Bubble comes in with a backup. Great play by Gplay.
Gplay using the Molotov to full effect there. Bubble actually throwing one right in the doors, and that's very good play. They kind of, you know, threw the round at the start, and then I would say Space Soldiers threw the round with such a slow, you know, it's an A push, but with such a slow A take. It might be a good idea to actually eventually drop down to the B bomb side instead, but look at that money nade. Kobe again, we see him coming in, only takes the NKL down, the NKL, the star player of Inferno, I would say. And, you know, dropped so early, a big advantage for the T's. Nuke is kind of one of the maps where if you as T get the entry, you can actually get a lot of map control, and that will help you so much. Streamer is going to get caught by Mark Nui, so another man advantage here for the terrorist side, the Turks. Now, you know, down by 6 rounds, but this one has the potential, and so did the last. But look at Bubbles. Bubbles' flank here, or his lurk, that is very well played. Victor does not check the outside area, and if Bubble clears this because he doesn't know that the guy has made it through warehouse, this might be... He does, and that's a very big play. That's so important.
Frag,
yeah, it's the key moment of this round, I would say. Mark Nguyen only going to have a hard time. You have to check so many angles when coming out onto the A-bomb side, and Spiley and Victor. Once again, it's those two that just lock these places down, and there's no stopping them.
Yeah, I feel like also, you know, watching a few Nuke games before, the B-bomb side is the way to go for the terrorists. Most of the rounds they get won are won on the B-bomb side, or, you know, most of the controlled rounds, I have to say that, because, you know, you can get the bomb planted in a 4v1 situation on A. It doesn't matter that much anymore. but those executions on the B bomb site seem to be more successful compared to A, just because you have less angles and you have more openings if you have secret stairs under control, for example, and you can force the CTs to fall back. And compared to the A bomb site, it's a little easier to oversee, in my opinion.
I mean, usually the 8 takes are actually quite good, even at the high level, if you do them very fast or with very good setups. You know, the sky flashes that you jump up onto the T roof, you can flash through the ceiling, basically, that are very powerful. If you nade the door, you can run through it, and if you flash your way in, there are a lot of good flashes that just instantly blind the CTs pop right as the CTs get onto the bomb site. If you do a fast take that it actually works out really well, but as you said, that's not very controlled. And something that is controlled, though, that is the ramp area where Spy Leader now takes down Mike Nui with the flames, the barbecue, and Spy Leader and Victor. Again, they, guess right, they read it so well, and they are just at the exact spot where all of the T's are going to be every single round, an 8-0. Are we going to see a consecutive 15-0, 15-0?
That would be too harsh, in my opinion. I already said it off stream to you when we talked about the upcoming game, that I would actually like to see Space Soldiers at least get a few maps in addition on top of that 1-0 lead, because they are the Turkish squad that gets back into, or that gets to the scene, and they, having an additional team that can do some damage is always nice to have around. And I really hope for them to get some crucial rounds in this matchup and prolong this game to a 5th map if possible. 3v5 though already, and only 120 on the clock. So the CT's in heavy control right now. McNewy goes down. Centaurus and E1 are left standing. Centaurus manages to get that frag onto NKL, but there's Bubble taking over that position. So E1 goes down on the outside. Dreamer pushed out, actually, and Centaurus is alone against the rest of the CTs. It just doesn't look like Space Soldiers should have picked that map after all, in my opinion.
Gplay are so dominant. If we can quickly bring up the scoreboard here, you will see that Space Soldiers have, in 9 rounds, a total of 9 kills. I mean, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. That's just not good enough. 9 rounds, 9 kills, average 1 kill a round. You need 5 to win the game, or at least you need the bomb down, but they don't even get that. So it's going to be really hard getting back into this game. They definitely need to change up their strats, or they have to land some insane shots. And the guy that might be able to do that, land the insane shots, that is Centaurus, but this situation is already pretty much lost with so many CTs in his tracks, and dropping down into the vents is so quick and easy, and so is the disposal of Centaurus. So 10 kills in 9 rounds. And
no bomb plans whatsoever, so that actually shows how controlled the CTs are right now. There is not, Space Soldiers have to save so many rounds as well, even though they now have the loser bonus. They still have a shaky buy after a full buy, and they can't afford everything they want to have. Whereas if they had those bomb plans, they could go for a few more really full buys, and that hinders their ability to get rounds on the board as well, just like NKL hinders their ability. Once again, 4v5 in favor of the CTs early on. Space Soldiers losing those entry frags to the CTs will not give them an easy go at all. They need to make up for the previous frag before they can actually execute. And now Victor catches Centaurus off guard, looking to line up that smoke grenade or just check underneath, and goes down. So Gplay once again 2 men up against the terrorist squad, and it seems like Space Soldiers is running out of ideas already. They have 3 men inside radio room. NKL is pushing them, and he gets 2 frags. Good job by him. He might actually retreat and have his teammate help him out a little bit. Spy Leader comes in to save his life, and Gplay make it 10-0.
And Victor even came in from behind. I do believe they got the assist. Well, Victor got the assist. And I was just about to say that Centaurus, that boost up on Sylar, he's got the amazing aim and probably the most individually skilled player in this matchup right now. But he was looking for so long, seeing if he could find anybody, and he just couldn't. The instant that he looks down, a guy peeks out and shoots him in the head. Yeah. Even, the small things, the little things in this game, they're just not going the way of Space Soldiers. But that might mean that on the CT side, they could come back. Centaurus, the carry, does take down one, and Bubble is coming below. and is going to take him out, but I don't think he'll know that one guy's already crossed, and that's an interesting position to be in. There's a lot of map control gain, and Turkish actually takes down Spy Leader, so that is the interesting position paying off. And now they're probably going to be setting up to go into A. They've got one coming through hot, one from the main area, but unfortunately they can't land their shots, and it's another round on the board for the Bulgarians, who, you know, once again in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a snail that tries to creep somewhere, and then you put your finger on their eyes and they get back into the house and they just stay there for a second, and then they try to creep out again and you put your finger on their eyes again and they get back into the house again. So that kind of Space Raiders seem to be the snail right now. They try to do something, but then the CTs are the finger popping into their eyes and they're like, oh, damn it. And then they're out again. 11-0, and another weak buy now by the terrorists. They lack the nades. They can't do too much without nades. They couldn't do with the nades. So Victor now puts down E1, and once again it's the entry frag in favor of the CTs. Spy Leader then gets taken out by Magnew. It's some kind of comfort. Magnew with another one. So this might actually be the opening for the terrorists that they were looking for the remainder of this match. Now 11 rounds passed already before they get themselves into this position, and Dreamer is still alive and Victor is as well. So the two most important players for the CTs are still around, and Dreamer is on full HP. He still has a nade that he could use to take Magnew down. Space Raiders really need to be on point. Magnew with another frag only camps out Dreamer and catches him off guard. Now, what was he doing there? Missing that frag onto Victor as well. Now he's down to 10 HP. Victor is circling him, and that was heads-up play by Victor, but only seemed to be so lost in HUD. Now 1v3 situation. Victor realizes that there's not much that he can do about the outcome of this round, and he will try to get a few exit frags, it seems like. Even though he's down to 6 HP, he will be punished by Xantares for that idea. 11-1. Space Raiders with the first round on the board. So make some noise for Space Raiders to get them back into the game, crowd. Show that you're alive, please.
It's nice to see some backup coming from Space Soldiers, because they are going to need it. If they take the next 2 rounds, or like just 2 of these last 3 rounds, they're definitely back into it. I was glad to see only actually getting 1 kill, because that whole round from him was very, very weird. Him kind of losing the grip of his mouse, it looked like, and he also picked up the silo when they had the man advantage. But actually, a lot of damage already been shelled out. Mark Nui takes out 1, and so does Xantares. Victor, last man on the A-bomb site. Spy Leader is there to help him now, and he might not catch E1, and he's actually behind the silo, so Spy Leader in a really bad position now. He's got the auto sniper, because he is going to get caught by Turkox, and it looks like another bomb plant, but it is NKL creeping in. He's already so close, so as soon as this bomb starts getting planted, good Molotov. That is actually brilliant play from Turkox. He makes the bomb plant possible. If he falls down into the vents, he's a very smart man, and it does seem like he wants to do that. Oh, he misses the vent, and now that gives NKL just a bit more time to think. And he is going to make his way quickly into the vent, but Turkox must hear this, and he could actually win this. The vent has been popped. Good Molotov comes out, and he did spot Turkox as well. Turkox kind of caught in the Molotov, but NKL does win it down to 9 HP and gets the defuse in, but a close round, and Space Soldiers are coming back into this game, it seems. That's very nice.
Yeah, I think it was also Mark Nui sparking that flame in the previous round with his triple kill when he opened up the B bomb site for the terrorists. And now, well, you know, once again, it was getting close, but then Space Soldiers just stumbled and fell flat on their face in the 1v1 situation. They basically had the shot at this round, but they couldn't make it. So now they are back on another force by Galil, Fox, and Taris, but no nades at all for E1 and him. And the CTs on the other side have that autoscope in Spy Leader's hands. He will try to use that to close any terrorist aggression out on the outside. And the terrorists will actually not be too aggressive about outside right now. And, well, as I say it, somebody shows up on top of Silas. Spy Leader has some trouble, but actually gets a frag in the end. Xantares gets a kill onto Victor, and Space Soldiers seem to take control of outside with another stellar frag of Xantares with the Galil. So he's doing the job right now for the terrorist. Bubble is down to 13 HP. He needs to watch out inside.
Look at Bubble's low HP. He dropped lower. I think he stood in a Molotov for a second there. Dreamer might get caught here because now his teammate knows it and only is in a good position to return, and he does so indeed. That's fantastic play. Bubble is the only man on the A bomb site right now. That's a good shot. How did he ever predict that? And Santaris takes him down. He's so low though. And NKO, can he do it again? He cannot. Space Soldiers with another round. So 2 rounds. You know, they are getting back into it. I said early on that if you get 3 rounds on the T side of Nuke, it is doable. We see so many teams being so good on CT. And we talked about, you know, the good teams being the ones that just close down the CT side. Maybe Space Soldiers pick this map because they just know that they've got the ability to just absolutely crush Gplay on CT side. And if they manage to do that, it could still be in their waiting arms.
And maybe they actually thought as far as winning the knife round and then closing out the CT side will probably give us all the momentum to pull through on the terrorist side as well. Now they are starting on the uphill struggle, and they once again lose the first battle. Only is down to 18 HP, but at least he stays alive so he can help his teammates out. Even though he doesn't have any nades anymore, he can at least go in as a second player, maybe take out one of the CTs at least. And Space Soldiers looking for the 3rd round. NKL does have a few things to say about that. Bubble does the same before he goes down to Xantaris. It's a 3v4 in favor of the CTs, and that actually is very hard for the terrorists to make happen. Victor with the frag onto only with the FAMAS. Victor pushing out into the open. He gets a kill onto Xantaris actually manages to close him out, and it's a 2v3. Xantaris is the fallback guy for the terrorists with 2 kills once again. Maybe if he was in that 1v1 situation against NKL, he might have made it happen. But I don't want to actually blame somebody for anything. Now the terrorists trying to figure out where to go. Actually, they are separated from each other, and the CTs are just looking where the terrorists could get from. And they will collapse on the A bomb. So where Dreamer is lining up that shot onto the bomb carrier. Spy Leader spots the ankle of Xantaris and tries to shoot his Achilles heel. And in the end, he blows him apart and makes it 13-2 in favor of Gplay. So that's just really good performance on the CT side. Even though Space Soldiers got 2 rounds, they should have grinded out 1 or 2 more.
All it takes is a pistol round for Gplay, and they're pretty much set. But one thing I need to mention is that Santaris didn't play a very good Inferno game.
Yeah.
And now he's on 12 ranks. I feel like Space Soldiers need him to carry. Gplay is a very well orchestrated team and very well structured. They help each other. Chemistry is perfect. But Space Soldiers, it seems they really need their hard carry, and that is Santaris. This time he's shown up, and let's hope that he can keep going, because this might be the mental boost that Space Soldiers need to close out this, or at least get a few rounds on the board. But 13-2, a big lead already again from Gplay. And Santaris needs to kill Victor. If he goes down early on, that's going to be game. At least
good setup by the CTs though. Santaris close by, another one to support him, and together they will take Victor down. He won with a frag as well, making it a 3v5, and that actually looks promising for the CTs.
Definitely. And E1 in a good position. Spy Leader's kind of caught outside. If E1 could just actually land some shots. Turgox takes down 1. That's a very important frag. If they can just take down Bubble, they can actually defuse the bomb, and there it is. If they had just taken out Bubble, they could have kept Spy Leader out on the outside, and there was no way he was ever going to get back into that round. So maybe a bit of a misplay by the T's. They probably didn't expect the 3-man setup on outside, but that's probably just, you know, the anti-stratting coming in from Space Soldiers. They've most likely been looking at Gplay's past games and seeing how they play the pistol round, and that seemed to pay off massively.
Could have been, yeah. Space Soldiers
another shotgun as well. It's weird that these second rounds now involve shotguns.
Maybe Space Soldiers just tries to mirror them. You know, in other games it's possible to mirror lane, and the CTs are going for that right now.
Definitely.
Let's just do it the exact same that the other team did. We should have number 13-2, right? But let's see if that actually happens to be the outcome of this round. The terrorists with a major investment into this round. 4 Tech 9, CZ 75 for Spy Leader, and 1 flash left for Bubble. Gplay already putting down the bomb, so they got two bomb plants already. Victor and Bubble with the frags. Victor firing away, not getting that kill onto Turgux though. 3v4 situation still in favor of the terrorists. Turgux turns away from that flash, but NKL is creeping in from behind as Mark New, he puts 1 down. E1 is there, and Mark New with the second. Spy Leader still alive though in window room with the CZ75. Can he prevent the bomb plant? The bomb defuse actually. No, he can't, and it is 4-13. Space Soldiers winning that crucial round there.
I mean, Space Soldiers don't even look that happy, but if I were them, I would be so happy. That was a great turnaround. They even predicted the guy coming from behind, and that round looked to be lost, but they got it back. And it was not even a misplay by Gplay, I would say. It was just very well worked by Space Soldiers. So one of the, you need these rounds, especially at the start of a comeback, to kind of ignite the spark that brings you back into the game. And maybe this round was it. So Gplay needs to be careful now. They get so many bomb plants, but if they can't, get the bomb to explode or kill the remaining CTs, then that doesn't help them much. Victor on the outskirts of the map, hiding behind the smoke, and it seems like Gplay are very good at utilizing the outside area. But Space Soldiers just set up in a very interesting setup. There's not many people watching outside, and Gplay have actually already made it to the stairs without Space Soldiers really knowing. E1 dropping low as well, so this is going to be hard. Gplay haven't really taken much damage, and Spy Leader is just running all the way around. I think it could potentially be an A-take, as we have two players already very low, but if Tantares wins this duel, it's going to be very big. He drops low, but he gets Victor, and that it doesn't matter that he's dropped low. The kill was the most important thing, and whoever won that duel has a massive advantage going into the round. But E1 and Turgox drops shortly after, and Santara is now also low, so Gplay now has the advantage, not only the man advantage, but also the health advantage. And Santaris, again, needs to step up for his team. Magnuria has had some very great individual performances as well. Only takes out the first, and Santaris as well. Spy Leader, his position is now known, but he takes out the second, and Only is the only man standing. He picks up a better weapon, faces two Ts at once. Can he land the spray? He can, and this is actually much closer than it could have been. If this money nade goes straight into the dome of Spy Leader, he might win it, and he doesn't quite connect it, and he's out of time. He has to go for the defuse pretty much, and it's just not going to work. Spy Leader is playing this perfectly. Will he have time for the defuse? Will he?
Well, we can't hear the bomb ticking, but we can't
does make it!
Oh my god!
It's back!
That is just amazing play by Only to clinch this round.
We can't quite hear the bomb timer, so it's kind of hard to predict, you know, how close it is. But I was about to say that, well, I said the Spy Leader played that perfectly. I would say it's probably the wrong angle that he picked out from, because just a shoulder peek on the other would be enough to see if Only was on the bomb or not.
Yeah.
And he wasn't, so Spy Leader,
I think Spy Leader thought that a bomb would explode anyway, so
probably.
That's why he went all in and just balls out play by Only there in this situation.
But another, one of those rounds where it's the momentum that gets gained, not only that they win the round, but also the way that they win the round. They lose the round early on, essentially, and then they take it back by force in the later stages. That is so well played.
Indeed. So it's like getting shut down by a girl, and then she phones you, oh, well, sorry for that.
It feels much better that way.
Yeah. But, well, Space Soldiers have gained that kind of momentum, and the terrorists are looking to shut them down straight away again, like the second phone call coming in. Oh, well, I have got something else to do right now. 2v2 situation. Spy Leader down to 32. The bomb on the back of Bubble, and Centaurus and Tugux are still around. They are on the A bomb side, and Spy Leader is coming in from behind. Oh my god, he catches Tugux without actually Tugux replying anything. So 2v1, Centaurus is once again the guy to make it happen for the CTs, and he's getting the frag on the bomb carry. He now knows that the other one is coming in, and he does take him down. Centaurus keeps Space Soldiers in this game and keeps them alive.
So the third phone call comes in, and he seems like, I changed my mind again. And again and again and again, I can't make my mind up.
Please.
That's women for you.
Yeah.
We can make these jokes because we're talking about gaming, and there are mostly male people watching, so we can make jokes about girls.
Please tweet at me, DabooTV, if anything like that happened to you already. I would like to meet you and talk about that.
You need to tell me.
So, well, Force by coming up by Gplay with Regal Lears and 2 Tech 9s. What are they trying to do? They are trying to control the economy of the CTs, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're going to be trying to see if they can get as many people down. I mean, the CTs are winning the rounds with only one player alive every single time, pretty much. So that is hurtful for their economy. But if Gplay can keep this up, the CTs are never going to get a good buy-in, and that's a pretty poor position from E1 after all those smokes. He probably didn't expect this many people to come rushing at once, but getting caught in that position, there's no way back. The only way you can get out of that is jumping down, and jumping down gives you so much damage that it's not really a good idea. Another B-take coming in from Gplay, and they're actually working this very well. Togogs with 2 very key frags. Santaris takes out to a Magnuri. They make it work once again, 13-7. How can they keep doing this? It's the phone calls again.
Indeed, indeed. I was about to say that, you know, comparing Gplay's terrorist play to Space Soldiers' terrorist play actually seems like Gplay get way more bomb plans in the first place, and they make it way harder for the CTs to get anything back. But Space Soldiers just fight their way back into every round. It is a real struggle, but in the end they come out on top. Well, now go. Magnew blows one to smithereens. Centaurus racks up 2 frags. E1 helps him out a little bit. And Magnew with a quick kill. So flawless round for the CTs, finally getting that economy to go.
Yeah, they're actually going to be building a bit of bank here because they also had 3 or 4 men alive in the round prior. So a really nice turn of events here for Space Soldiers Gplay with 13 rounds, but none on the T side so far. And you know, they eventually have to start getting these rounds because if they got up to 13-13, it's clear advantage for Space Soldiers as the T side is much harder on Nuke. But so far, you know, I wouldn't even say that it's Centaurus that's carrying them right now. It's every Space Soldiers player stepping up. And it's not Gplay playing bad, it's just Space Soldiers playing better. On T side, when Space Soldiers were on the T side, I feel like Space Soldiers were pretty lackluster in terms of set strats.
Yeah.
Gplay didn't even, you know, have any individual plays that were just phenomenal. They were good, but it was not phenomenal. Here we see 2 phenomenal teams battle it out, and again we see Gplay going for that B play. If Magnui is fast enough, he might actually catch them. There's one guy waiting to come down through the vents, but I think that's maybe what Magnui is waiting to catch. They've let them have the bomb plant so many times, but they keep winning the round, so why not let them? The retake scenarios are really working out in favor of the CTs, and Magnui playing this so well. I think this is what, you know, is different from a good team and a very good team. Magnui knows that his teammates will take over this bomb site without his help, and that is why he can stay back. He does so indeed, gets a free frag essentially, and now Bobble! What happened? Bobble, 2 kills already, can he get more? The third almost about to go down, he can't quite connect, but look at the health! 2 shots would have been enough, a burst fire even, a line. And
the bomb goes up! My God, Gplay with a 14-8. This is not real. I mean, what the hell? Bubble from Toxic, just being toxic for Space Soldiers.
The toxicity levels are definitely rising here. And Bubble, 2 quick frags. And we talked about, you know, before the game started, it's not so important that he steps up as he's the AWP player. But I mean, 24 frags, top fragging now in this game. He has definitely stepped up this game, and he is vital right now. If he goes down to the level he was on an Inferno, I mean, it's going to be really hard for Gplay. He is instrumental right now.
Yeah, indeed. And Space Soldiers now really got things down. They received that 4th phone call, and it really shut them down this time. 5v5 rifles across the board for both teams. And the terrorists on the move to the ramp room. They have one on outside, NKL just waiting. And the CTs have to control that. Tugus goes down. Maybe Space Soldiers have lost that momentum. Let's see if they can get back into this round. Centaurus then has the second line of defense. He drops the bomb. It goes down all the way into the B bomb site. And now the CTs know what's happening. NKL is still lurking around. He did miss that CT, but the CT has heard him. He called it out, but NKL still gets that frag before he goes down. It's a 2v2 now, thanks to Only's frag. Double kill in fact, and Victor just holds on to the bomb. That got blanded. Victor with a shot onto onto Only, and E1 is down to 5 HP actually. And he's got that nade flying his way. Victor with the money shot, 15-8.
And Bobo, 25 ranks for him. And Santara is also on 24, and being behind by such a big margin. This is, you know, this is really, really big. He's showing again his individual talent, that he is one of the best individual players in the region. But Gplay looking to be the stronger side right now as they are in the lead, 15-8. A pretty big lead, and they've got 7 match points to work with. But let's see if they can actually make it work. I feel, you know, the Space Soldiers giving the bomb site to them too easily, and this time they definitely have to, as they're only pistols and they need to come up close. Santara's again the guy, but Dreamer actually takes them through the wall, so that's a quick return onto him. And they are going to be falling back from the outside area, which is maybe a bit of a weird play, as they have the gun advantage only with a shotgun and E1 actually with a rifle, so still doable, Gplay not out of the woods yet, but it is going to be hard for Space Soldiers. But we have just seen them provide some amazing plays that were probably even harder than this one, and only he needs to get this first frag. He needs to get the first frag and get out, I would say. If he takes only one down and goes down, I think that's not going to be enough. He does get the first, and he does get out. He's spotted again. Can he get more? He lands the shot, but not much is dealt. Tugux from behind, and that is actually a really good flank. If he can deny the bomb line here, that's brilliant. Tugux, that's fantastic. Can he get more? Dreamer behind the box. E1 already low. Tugux needs to stay alive, and this is a great position. Good flash coming out. Look at the help on the Gplay players. So low again, and Tugux might just be the guy that leads his team to victory, at least in this one round. The in-game leader, can he clutch? No, he cannot. Gplay win it, 2-11, a combined 13 HP, makes it work. 16-8 in favor of